Welcome to Revelation Unraveled. I'm your host, William Tapley, also known as the third eagle of the apocalypse and the co-prophet of these end times. First, I just want to make a brief announcement. This evening at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be hosting an Exorcism Hour. And this will be to prepare for Donald Trump's State of the Union address tomorrow night. And I will be doing this to counter what I am sure the witches will be planning. And they will, I am sure, be having their incantations and their spells and their spirit cooking in order to prevent Donald Trump from reaching out to the American people with his message. And remember, he is going into the den of thieves, the lion's den tonight, so to speak, also known as the House of Representatives. And I will give you a little more information on that in a few minutes. First, I want to talk about the Super Bowl, because I do think it was prophetic after all, but not the way I had predicted. The final score of 13-3, and I was trying to figure out what that meant. And one of my subscribers says that 13 is a Marian number, because Mary appeared to the three shepherd children at Fatima always on the 13th of the month. But I was trying to think, why would 13 defeat 3? Because 3 is a number of the divine Trinity. But remember, in the end times, there is an unholy Trinity. In other words, Satan, the Antichrist, and the false prophet. And Mary is prophesied to defeat the unholy Trinity. Therefore, I have a very positive view of this year's 53rd Super Bowl. And as I mentioned on my previous program, 53 is a Marian number. That is the number of Hail Marys in a complete 5-decade rosary. And it occurred on February the 3rd, 2-3. Now, 2 over 3 gives you the fraction 2/3 and the decimal point 666. So it could be that the Antichrist and Mary, that great competition between, as found in Genesis 3:15, was expressed in this victory of the goat over the ram. Now you might say that refers specifically to Daniel 8. And that's true. And the Super Bowl did verify Daniel 8. But remember, this goat was a little different goat. This was the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Let's face it, Tom Brady is a pretty good quarterback, but he's not the greatest of all time. And we happen to know who the greatest of all time is. The greatest of all time is the Blessed Virgin Mary. She is the greatest human being God ever created. And as I said, her destiny is to crush the head of the serpent. And I think that's what Super Bowl 53 was all about. Now I want to get back to this Exorcism Hour that I will be holding tonight, live stream on my channel. And this will be to drive out the demons before Donald Trump enters into the House of Representatives, which has been taken over by the Democrats. And I suspect they will try to disrupt his State of the Union address. And I will be saying the prayers from this exorcism booklet. And on my live stream tonight at 10 p.m., we will go through these exorcism prayers in order to counter the witches who undoubtedly will be casting their spells tonight, trying to disrupt Donald Trump every way they can. Although God's hand is on Donald Trump's shoulder, on his right hand, as is prophesied in Isaiah 45, that doesn't mean that God's plan cannot be disrupted. All of Satan's machinations serve to disrupt God's plan. For example, the legalization of late-term abortion in New York State. That is not God's plan. That plan came from Satan. So it shows that God's plan can be disrupted by Satan. And even though God is directing Donald Trump, as I say, we need to say these prayers, especially tonight at 10 p.m. At my exorcism hour, to counter the spirit cooking which the demons and the witches will undoubtedly be performing tonight in order to prevent Donald Trump from getting his message, his positive message of building a wall, in order to prevent that from getting out to the American people. So please join me at 10 p.m. tonight for a live stream recitation of these exorcism prayers. That's 10 p.m. tonight, Eastern Time.